Hey, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm surprised looking at the subscriber list, and that's my motivation to read another book here. Jobs If You Like Animals. My child was reading it, so I think this is a good pick. Why do animals matter? Do you love animals? Are you interested in wild animals? Do you want to have pets? Or do you have pets? Animals are important to humans in different ways. Some animals, such as assistance dogs, help people. Other animals are an important part of our natural world and need to be protected. There are loads of exciting jobs that are involved with animals. Protecting wild animals is very important work. Be a vet. If you were a vet, you would have saved animals. You would help injured and sick animals and give others medicines to stay healthy. You might help to make new medicines for animals. Vets often look after people's pets. Vets need to be able to work out what is wrong because animals can't tell themselves. Vets need to like animals because they work with them all the time. Vets also need to be good at talking to animals' owners. They have to explain how to care for animals properly. Be a farmer. If you were a farmer, you might keep cows for milk or sheep for wool. You might keep chicken for eggs. Some farmers have unusual animals such as ostriches and llamas. Farmers know how to look after their hen so they will lay loads of eggs. Farmers have to take good care of their animals and make sure they are all healthy. They need to be able to move their animals around safely and feed them properly. Many farmers have grown up on farms and are used to farm animals. Farmers use special equipment, for example, for cows milking. Be a zookeeper if you'd like. Would you like to take care of elephants? If you were a zookeeper, it would be your job to feed and care for amazing animals. You would clean out their homes and talk to visitors about the zoo animals. Zookeepers know how to look after many different types of animals. Many zoos now help to protect rare animals. Zookeepers have to know what animals need to be healthy. They are comfortable handling many types of animals, including dangerous ones. They also care about protecting nature and wildlife. Or you can be an entomologist. What is an entomologist? If you like insects, then you could be an entomologist. Entomologists study insects and how they affect humans. They might learn about insects that make us ill or insects that help our food crops to grow. Many people study bees and others study other important insects. Entomologists love learning about bugs. Some entomologists study insects outside in nature. Others work in a laboratory or teach other people about insects. Many entomologists become experts on certain type of insects. Or you could be a police dog handler. If you were a police dog handler, you and your dog might rescue people in trouble. You might find bombs or other dangerous things before they could hurt people. Or your dog might catch criminals. Police dog handlers and their dogs get to know each other very well. Police dogs start training when they're very young. Police dog handlers can look after the dogs from when they are puppies. These dogs often live with their handlers and they train together every day. Dog handlers have to feed, exercise, and care for their dog. Or you can be a wildlife biologist. If you were a wildlife biologist, you would spend a lot of time studying wild birds and animals. You might also study animals, habitats. You would collect information and tell other people about it. Wildlife biologists can spend time living in the wild with rare and beautiful animals. Wildlife biologists study wildlife in all types of habitats. Wildlife biologists often work outside in nature. They can become experts on one type of bird or animal at times. Some wildlife biologists work in conservation to protect wildlife and habitats. Be an animal welfare inspector. Do you think people should look after animals properly? If you were an animal welfare inspector, your job would be to make sure this happened. You would visit animals and check that they are happy and healthy. This horse is getting the care it needs. Animal welfare inspectors work with farmers to make sure that the farm animals are doing well and taken care of. Animal welfare inspectors rescue animals when they get an emergency call. Sometimes they help people and tell them how to look after their pets. They can work with all types of animals, from rabbits to snakes. You can be an animal care assistant. What happens to animals that are rescued? If you were an animal care assistant, you would look after them at an animal center. You would feed and clean the animals and make sure they are healthy. Care assistants look after animals that need help. Animal care assistants play with the rescued dogs and take them for a walk. They sometimes train the dogs too. They try to find the animal's new owners who are able to take care of him and are suitable. Care assistants help rescue dogs get ready for a new family. Or you could be a riding instructor. Do you love horses? If you were a riding instructor, you would work with horses every day. You could help riders train for competitions such as Olympics. If you were a riding instructor, you might teach people who have never ridden horses before. Some riding instructors help disabled children enjoy the horse rides also. Riding instructors have to be good at riding horses so they can show people what to do. They need to be good at teaching and make sure everyone is safe. Sometimes riding instructors also help to look after the horses. Oh, you could be an assistant dog trainer. Would you like a job working with dogs? If you were an assistant dog trainer, you would train the dog to help disabled people. You would start working with puppies and find volunteers to make them for walks, to take them for walks. Assistance dogs start training when they are puppies. When the puppies grow up, assistance dog trainers give them special training. This teacher here teaches the dog to help the visually impaired person to move around and let the deaf people also know when they hear important sounds. The dog trainer matches each dog to an owner and trains them together to help each other. Choose the right job for you when you decide what you want to do. When you grow up, don't just think about school subjects. Think about what you enjoy doing. If you think insects are creepy, then you wouldn't be an entomologist. If you love being outdoor in nature, then you could be a wildlife biologist. There are so many interesting jobs with animals that there is something to suit everyone. Thank you.